What if the key to healing isn't in a pill, but it's in nature and it's in your inner wisdom to know and heal? Well, this is what I realized around 30 years ago before I became a naturopath. I was traveling around the world from Australia at that time. I went through a lot of different countries, but I went through India and got quite sick, and I spent time in hospital there. Eventually I arrived in England and I was just really a walking skeleton. I had a lot of acne on the side of my face. I looked really sick. I was the type of person that when people met for the first time, they kind of stepped back at looking at me thinking, you don't look so well. But medicine, really, they could only do so much, antibiotics and getting you just walking. But I was wondering, is this really health? And I went to a naturopath actually in a market setting, and they were looking, actually iridology, looking at my eyes. And I was just blown away. How could this person tell so much about my health just by looking at my eyes? And that's where it started. It all unraveled, and thinking, what can I do? This is really powerful. What about my nails? What about my hands? What about my eyes? What about my tongue? What about herbs? And this naturopath gave me some herbs, and I got better. I got more energy. I started to turn, and I felt so good. So this was the spark, and for me, and this is what started the journey for me to turn away from medicine and focus on naturopathy. 2 out of 3 Australians are now using natural therapies, and globally the numbers are similar in America and England and Europe, and the demand for holistic health is really growing. Now, the reasons for it growing, it's multifactorial really. It's not just the effect, it's not just the wish for better healing, but there's growing evidence in this field. But there's also compounding of positive effects, because the more people that use it and get positive results from using natural therapy, then they tell other people and they also continue to use it. And this is what happened for me. I got such a profound positive improvement that I wanted to tell people, and I wanted to help other people, and I also wanted to use it more myself. And now there's so much growing evidence in it and new functional testing to prove the positive effects of natural therapy. It's just a snowball effect, and globally it's growing so much and more people are using it. So let's look at an example of Julie, who's 45 and she's got chronic fatigue. She's working, she's got 2 kids, and she's just struggling. She's been to the doctor and she's been offered a pharmaceutical pill, but it's just not cutting it for her. She's looking for something more. So she goes to see a holistic health practitioner, and she runs some functional medicine test, a microbiome stool test, allergy test, toxicity test. And she looks at her diet, she looks at her sleep patterns. She's looking at as many things as possible, and they're all fitting together from multiple angles, and they're multiplying the positive effects that she's getting. And this really is what holistic medicine is, and why it's gaining traction to become so popular. So the example of Julie, what's really going on is we're looking at treating the whole person, the body, the mind, the spirit, not just the symptoms. So we're not looking at just a pill to purely give her energy or caffeine, combining all of the systems to maximize them, using the body's innate ability to heal itself when it's supported the right way, because the body's really amazing and it can do this, and it doesn't want to stay in that sick state. Now, the importance of the root cause, things like stress, poor diet, environmental factors, they're obviously impeding the ability of the body to work at its maximum potential. And the practitioners using tools like herbal medicine and nutrition and lifestyle changes for the better. Herbal medicine really being foundation of food, but just as a functional food and having a specific role of repairing the body or making it function at a higher capacity. I've been practicing more than 20 years now, and when I see this, I get more and more excited each time. Seeing the effects in the patients and seeing the improvements just gives me so much joy. Of course, the patients are happy as well, and I see leaps and bounds in research supporting this, and I'm just so excited to help people. Now, there really is a power in herbal medicine and nutrition. For example, herbs like turmeric have been proven to reduce inflammation and act on those inflammatory pathways to bring that inflammation down, and it's a food. There's chamomile, classic chamomile. It's used for stress and sleep and digestive disorders. And patients commonly use these things in their home. Now, it's just so easy to use these things in our daily lives. We can put some in our kitchen fridge, our pantry, our spice rack, and it just magnifies the effect of medicine, giving you a better outcome and making you healthier. Nutrition, another powerful tool in our toolbox. Things like magnesium or things like zinc, magnifying the immune system and the cellular function. And just if there is a deficiency, then it's boosting up that function and making that process in the biochemistry in the body work better, which is going to give you better health. I'm so happy I chose this path over 20 years ago, and I've stayed committed, and I really love this role being a practitioner in this field. Contrast to conventional medicine, I'm empowering patients, I'm fostering prevention, which is rippling through the life of the patient later on. So even what they're doing now to make the positive changes, it's going to give them better health into their elderly years and future. It aligns with nature. We are from nature. And it gives me so much joy to make that impact in that child's health if I'm seeing a child or family member or whoever it is I see. And it really inspires me to help other practitioners be the best they can be and inspires anyone to use natural therapy. So now's the time. 2 in 3 Australians using natural therapy. I encourage you to join in too. Just start small. Start drinking some herbal tea if you've never tried that. Start incorporating some things into your diet with some herbal medicine. Consider having nutrients as well. Could there be some nutrients helping you have a better night's sleep or better energy through the day? I inspire you now to encourage you to start small, bring some things in. If you need more help, jump on over and watch more videos, subscribe to this channel and give it a like, because it really does spread the message to other people to watch it and inspire them to use the power of natural therapy. And remember, your body is powerful. Give it its tools to thrive.